October 27th, and this is Daily Blast Live. We've got everything you need to know in trending news and entertainment, and it's all live right now.
Camille Grammer got $30 million in her divorce from Kelsey Grammer. Now she wants more. Why is that exactly? Let's discuss.
Tiger Woods' guilty plea today marks the start of his sentence, but the internet is still holding him accountable. Lance Bell tweets, "Sad, come on, Tiger, you're in the toughest challenge ever. It's called life."
Andy Cohen just threw some serious shade at Kathy Griffin, claiming he doesn't even know her. Priscilla tweets, "Andy, you can't pull it off as well as Mariah Carey. The feud that keeps on giving is next."
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, October 27th, and we are the only live show talking about what you're talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. Just spend a little time with us. We're going to hook you up with all the breaking news and trending topics. Plus, we're live, so we want to hear from you. What are you saying? Grab your phone, download the DBL app, and join the conversation. Let's get this thing kicked off with the top 5 trending topics you need to know right now with our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, Jeff.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. Looking beautiful as always. That's right, guys. We are live, and I'm here with media maven Ebony Steele, TV personality Sam Shaka, and comedian Al Jackson. I'm Jeff Schroeder, and we're a trending news and entertainment show that is live. We cover what is happening right now. Our entire DBL team is happy it's Friday, and they're ready to cover news as it trends. We'll interrupt the show at any moment with breaking news. Wow, I like the energy in here. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, let's get to it, shall we? Tiger Woods pleads guilty to reckless driving in Florida, and it's a top trending story right now. This comes after Tiger was found asleep at the wheel back in May. Tiger will now enter a program for first-time offenders, and that means he'll be able to avoid jail. After his arrest, Tiger apologized to fans and blamed the incident on prescription medication he was taking after back surgery. All right.
There's so many layers to the story. I'm not going to ever excuse somebody that clearly was driving under the influence, because you risk other people's lives, and many people lose their life because of people like Tiger Woods. However, yes, he's right. He's been on prescription drugs now for almost decades. He's not only had his 6 back surgeries, he's had 4 different knee surgeries. So he continues to be prescribed these prescription drugs. And hey, prescription pills cause more overdoses than cocaine, heroin, all the hard drugs combined.
Right. And he's a first-time offender here, and he's doing what he needs to do if he's making a comeback. No one's saying he is.
He needs rehab. He needs rehab.
He's on Instagram, though, golfing, though, which is good. That was just 3 days ago.
It is, Jeff, but I mean, I would hope that what happened with Tiger would open up a bigger conversation where it's just like Tiger Woods was a drug addict. And I believe it was, you know, the pharmaceutical industry that has destroyed the interior of this country. Yeah. I ruptured my Achilles 10 years ago. And I was getting so many opioids. Like, I didn't know what to do with them because I didn't like what they did to my body. They constipate you, in all honesty. Yeah. So I stopped taking them, and my doctor kept giving them to me. And now here we are 10 years later where, you know, Trump declared a national emergency on Monday because so many people are addicted to these pills. That's not Tiger Woods' fault. We've created drug addicts, and we've done nothing about it, except when they do something like that, then we make fun of them, we have memes. But it's like, yeah, he's not an offender, he's a drug addict. Just because he's good at golf doesn't mean he's not a drug addict.
Exactly. When someone like Tiger Woods probably goes to the doctor and he's complaining that he's in pain, they're just going to continue to write. He doesn't know. He just knows that it makes him feel better. Like you said, it does not excuse it. But sometimes we look at those jail videos or see people get arrested and they're funny. There's nothing funny about that to me. He's clearly
right. And I'll tell you this, Eb, this really hit me. Last year when I was watching the Super Bowl, there was a commercial which kind of seems funny. It was for a laxative for opioid-induced constipation. And I was like, we have so many people addicted to pills that they are able to run a commercial during the Super Bowl for people that cannot go to the bathroom
as a symptom.
Because so many, it's like it's no different than toilet paper or anything else they would sell.
It's definitely
like that's what we've done to this country. So I mean, we need to talk to the.
It's an epidemic.
Yeah, definitely. But everybody likes a comeback. So Tiger, we're hoping the best for you, buddy.
Please, definitely.
All right, trending at this moment, Camille Grammer asking for more money. Camille reportedly got $30 million in her divorce from Kelsey in 2010, but now the former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is getting half of his 401k as well.
Well, hey, they were married in California, and she gets 50%, and you know he's got that Frasier money, he's got that Cheers money, he's got
$30 million is not enough.
What was her best episode on Cheers? I forgot. I never saw her on Cheers.
She was married to him. Don't do that. But that's the law. That's the law.
the law can be wrong.
But she had a good attorney, and he should be able to afford a good attorney. And if he owes her the money,
how does he owe her the money?
Because he was married to her.
So she was have that Frazier money.
According to their court documents, she was loyal to him. She, did everything with the household and the family.
The household. How many servants did they have?
And he cheated on her.
But this is my thing.
Isn't it after?
When men cheat sometimes, when we have to leave you because the way you've made us feel, sometimes we would rather still be married to you. She wasn't going to stay there and be a fool.
You think that $30 million helps her feel better?
Well, she didn't want to have a divorce. She worked on that marriage.
Is that why she went back and got more money? Because she didn't want to be divorced?
That was in the original settlement. Go on, Al.
It was part of the original
you telling me she deserves that money?
Yes, if that's what
she deserves half that money.
All right. What digital producer Kelly Schubert has some very important news at this moment.
Hey guys, trending right now, we've got new information with Mary J. Blige and her estranged husband, the financial drama between them. The Blast reports the singer and her husband, they have a net worth of negative $11 million. She's apparently willing to take on all of that debt. That is, if the court puts an end to the spousal checks she's been writing him every month that we've been reporting on. Blige says she has already paid him almost $800,000 and that having to pay spousal support and pay off the debt would be, quote, grossly unfair. Back to you.
Right. We were kind of just talking about that. Now the shoe's on the other foot.
But no, it's different because you got to look at the court documents. Here you see a very short marriage. You see him asking for so much money when there's no reason for it. The other shoe is that Camille was raising a family, raising a household, wasn't able to work. Years and years
wasn't able to work.
She's raising a family.
Yeah, there's other news out there,
guys. You're raising a family.
We have other news. Andy Cohen's out there. Andy Cohen is throwing shade. Could you believe this? Kathy Griffin. They're getting divorced. Andy and Kathy, they're separating. TMZ caught up with Watch What Happens Live host, and he had this to say about Kathy Griffin. Take a look.
Who? Kathy Griffin. Who? Kathy Griffin. I don't know her.
Andy was referring to Camille Grammer. I'm just kidding. Andy was referring to Mariah Carey when he said that moment. I don't know about her. Mariah Carey was talking about J-Lo. Take a look at this.
What do you think about people still referencing I don't know her all these years later?
I still don't know her.
So people think that's what he was referring to, but Kathy, no matter if he was joking or not, quickly took to Twitter saying, quote, he is not kidding with the Paps, was my boss for 10 years, treated me like a dog, deeply misogynistic. Andy and Kathy had been friends for years, but Andy is replacing Kathy on CNN's New Year's Eve Live with Anderson Cooper. So grab your device. Vote now. Is their friendship officially
over? It's the second best live show on TV.
Hey, that's right. Daily Blast Live's #1.
Al just bringing it today.
I know.
It's Friday, man. Everybody lighten up a little bit.
They have a long history, though. She's right. He was her boss for quite some time over at Bravo when she had My Life on the D-List. He was an executive at the time and helped greenlight that show.
Right.
They became fast friends, her, Anderson Cooper, Andy Cohen. And I think after the Anderson Cooper and her debacle where she called him spineless, I think he's standing by his best friend, which is Anderson Cooper. They are best friends.
Right. And I think you brought up earlier, Al, the fact that she's like down and out right now. I think that was probably really, really bruising to her ego, and that's why she went to Twitter like, dang, everybody just.
It just seems like she just needs to tell them, like, look, I was really hurt that I felt like you guys should have got my back and you didn't. But they need to talk it out. But doing it in the media, in the public, over Twitter,
well, I think that's her game plan. Let's just see what the viewers think. Yeah, 86% say yes, it's definitely over.
It was shady.
I don't know. I think Andy was kind of joking around and she just wanted to take the stage with something else.
Maybe she didn't know it was a joke.
Yeah, maybe
it
she did.
backfired.
All right, well, geez Louise. Pop culture guru Tori Cholman has a new trending story coming in hot.
You guys know I love my chicken fried and my cold beer on a Friday night. Friday! Yes! Game 3 of the World Series starts in about, 30 minutes. I don't have a watch. And we want you to enjoy the game with a cold brewski because today is, wait for it, American Beer Day. Woo! That's right. Bars and breweries all over the U.S. are celebrating by pouring up their favorite brews. So we are joining in on the holiday fun, too, with this pumpkin beer from our local Denver Beer Company. So if you're rooting for the Astros, come give it a try. No Dodgers, no Dodgers. Whoa, no Chicago out in here. Back off.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my gosh. Just kidding. Come get some.
Okay.
Hey, come on, guys. Wait, but... Pumpkin spice. All right, cheers, guys. Back to you guys.
Good luck, Astros.
I know.
All right. Now it seems boring at this table. They got all the beer over there.
I know. We'll fill these up later on. Daily Blast Live covers trending topics, breaking news, and entertainment. Erica Cobb, what's coming up?
Thanks, Jeff. A Real Housewife and her husband are splitting after 17 years. Who are they? Also, that's coming up in the DBL Buzz and the best and worst viral videos of the week. From a monkey trying to snatch a phone to a wedding dance fail to one happy dog. We rate these videos. Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking trending topics that you are talking.
Kristen, congratulations. Now, we both know it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I'm a survivor, you're a survivor, and it's one of those sororities that chose us. We didn't really choose it. How do you
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show in daytime talking trending topics that you are talking about right now, no matter where you're watching. It's time now for Rate This Video. Well, comedian Al Jackson will talk the best and worst videos of this week. The viral videos, of course, and here to help him out is our favorite big brother, Jeff Schroeder. Take it away, guys.
Thank you, Erica Cobb. That's right, I'm here with everybody's favorite comedian, Mr. Al Jackson. I'm doing good. You ready to rate these videos?
Dude, it's my favorite segment of the week, so let's get started.
You know, we saw these videos all week, Al.
Yes.
But let's get right to this, man. We both have kids.
We do.
Do we make them do funny stuff sometimes?
We do.
Here it is.
Now, I am just loving this video. I mean, who's going to hate on a newborn? The kid's gorgeous, so you're going to get a lot of points for that. And the dad can kind of sing, but let's be honest, he's like 2 octaves off, and I'm a very tough judge, so it gets 4 3/4 Al emojis. That's
pretty good. Pretty good, Al. I like that. I like it. There we go, Al. All right, let's introduce the next one.
All right.
You know what it's like to get, you know, have a couple at a wedding, get that sweaty back going?
I have a couple knippers, as our EP would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's watch what happens.
All right. All right. Now, this guy's like, I'm just going to catch you, even though I haven't worked out in years. Don't understand now. Listen, I think men really underestimate like how strong we are. He really thought he was going to hold her up, and like we really don't understand how tough it is to be a dancer. As he learned, first of all, his back is sweaty, so you know he's had a few.
Absolutely.
And just because of that, I love the song, I love the effort, but you dropped your partner, so you get demoted an Al emoji. Let's give you 4 Al emojis.
Ooh, still pretty good. Still pretty good. All right, Al, do you ever, you know, holding on your cell phone these days is tough.
I do.
Did you ever have a tug of war with a monkey over your cell phone? Remember this video?
Yeah, I haven't had that happen yet.
Me neither.
It's early in the weekend. Now, she was trying to take a selfie, and I've wanted to do this to people too. Like, stop taking selfies and enjoy the zoo. This monkey's got it right. I appreciate what he's doing, but you know what? He should have asked. You can't just snatch stuff, so I got to demote the monkey to 2.5 Al emojis. Let's get to the last one.
Oh, all right. Hopefully that monkey's not watching right now. All right, Al, I love this video. I'm a little biased right now. I have a newborn son who reminds me of him as well. This is something Lawson would do. Let's check out this video.
This is awesome. Okay. All right. So far, just a kid playing T-ball and the greatest shot that anybody's ever hit. A home run and a three-pointer at the same time. Now, I will take a little bit off because first of all, he didn't know what he was doing. So there's a little bit of beginner's luck. And just because you're a kid doesn't mean you get a pass. So he gets 4 Al emojis. But I know he looks so much like Lawson that you love him. So he gets a Jeff emoji, which gives you the full 5 emojis.
Yeah!
Takes us, that's our first video that made our
first
emoji Hall of Fame. So how about that?
I love that.
Congratulations. All right.
All right.
Good. See you next week, guys.
All right, that's Rate This Video, and this is Al Jackson. All right, fitness pro Jen Wiederstrom with the new trending story coming in hot.
Well, it's a stressful time of year, Jeff, because there's only 4 days of Halloween, and especially for you procrastinators out there that haven't got your costumes yet, we have the top trending stories on Google right now for you. So, topping the list, of course, my personal favorite, Wonder Woman. I'm going to show that photo whenever I have the chance. Okay. Next up is Harley Quinn, known as a DC comic from Suicide Squad. We have a clown or Pennywise in the movie It, which is a great costume if you want to be the 1 in 10 guys already wearing it at the party. We have a unicorn, and lastly, a rabbit, which is a little weird, but could be cool if you were Eminem in 8 Mile. So get out and go shopping. Happy Halloween weekend and be safe.
Good one.
Yeah. Are you dressing up as like with the baby the same? Like you're gonna make it?
I don't know. I mean, she's a skunk, so what would I be?
A big skunk.
A big skunk?
I was a skunk in 4th grade.
That would be
Mark
cute.
could be Pepe. Pepe Le Pew. The skunk.
I don't know. Pepe was a little aggressive. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know if he's PC anymore. If you look back at it, the entire cartoon was him chasing a woman that was not interested.
You're right.
And kissing her.
You're right.
It's like they can't even
A
show
lot of
that
those
anymore.
cartoons back in the day, you don't know about.
Remember how aggressive he was?
All right. A Real Housewife of Orange County is splitting from her husband. Nobody's listening to me today. It's Friday. And down in Atlanta, Nene Leakes dressed up as a bug man for Halloween. I wonder what Kim Zolciak thinks. And Bill O'Reilly is suing a man. He supposedly talked smack on Facebook. Details in DBL Buzz. That's next.
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live, the only live show covering the trending topics that you are talking about right now, no matter where you are watching. It's time now for the DBL Buzz. That's all the hot celebrity gossip that you and your friends pretend not to care about, but you talk about it all the time. That's why we're talking about it too. And the man with all the tea is our very own big brother, Jeff Schroeder.
All right, thank you, Erica Cobb. We love these stories so much. Sometimes we don't know when to shut up. So when you hear Erica say, "Oh, there it is," and see the bees, we'll move on. And you guys are the ones buzzing us. Grab your device and vote. First, another Real Housewife of Orange County is leaving her man. Shannon Beador is separating from her husband, David. They've been married for 17 years and have 3 kids. She said in a statement she felt alone in the marriage and did what she could to keep the family together.
A to the men, she did what she could. I've been a huge fan of the Real Housewives of Orange County show, as well as Shannon Beador. And over the last 3 seasons, you've seen Shannon and her then husband going through the worst of times.
Right.
Cheating allegations. Well, actually, he did admit to cheating, so that's not even an allegation. Also domestic violence allegations. And she really did try everything, even renewing their vows.
Why put yourself on TV, though, while you're going through that?
She honestly said she's...
Wow. That was a good question. All right, I'm just saying. Next up, Bill O'Reilly. Variety reports Bill is suing a New Jersey man for $5 million. He says the man made defamatory and false statements about him on Facebook. The man posted about how the former Fox News anchor treated his former girlfriend after she accused Bill of sexual harassment. All right, there's a lot to this story.
Yeah, there's some layers that I think that Tory, because if he wants to be so bold as to file a lawsuit against someone, Tory, can't that actually open up Pandora's box for him?
Yes, hello. I was just
Tory's obsessed with the law.
Yeah. Not a lawyer, just
he's
legal.
Yeah, legal. That's
there
right.
We go.
So what I researched is he's only doing a summary of defamation, but if he does do a lawsuit, you're open to something called discovery. And discovery is a legal term for tools that are used to search for the defendant and the prosecution. So anything can come up on both sides, and both sides get that discovery. So it's a bad idea. So far, it's just a summons. We're waiting to see if it's going to be an actual lawsuit.
And if it is an actual lawsuit, we might be able to see all those cases.
You'll be able to see everything.
Wow.
Everything.
Okay.
Back to you guys.
That's interesting. Bill O'Reilly could use Tory Showman.
Yeah.
Is it bad that I wanted Tory to get buzzed as she was walking up?
All right, let's move on. The Real Housewives of Atlanta star is making a joke of her recent cockroach beef with castmate Kim Z and her daughter. She posted this photo on Instagram with the caption, "Roast pest control in full effect." That's her husband dressed as the cockroach.
Ooh, when you first said cockroach beef, that just sounded really, really nasty and bad. Cockroach beef.
Not eating there.
But you know, I feel so. Her husband is Greg Leaks, and bless his heart, he's been.
Have you met Greg?
Stuff. Oh yes, he's very, very sweet. And I just feel like, come, Nene, don't put that. Can we put the picture back up? Don't put Greg in no roach costume.
No, I agree with you. Greg don't deserve that.
No,
don't bring him into the drama.
Is that you going as a skunk?
What's wrong with Sophie going in as a skunk?
Nothing's wrong with a skunk, but I'm saying, is a skunk that much better than a roach?
But is this petty? Is this petty on Nene's part?
Would you rather have roaches in your house or skunks?
A roach.
Skunks for sure. Digital producer Raquel Villanueva with news at this moment.
Nicki Minaj and Cardi B have teamed up for a new track, and we have a first listen.
Yeah, Cardi B, I'm back. I wanna hear I'm acting different. You see them stats? You know what I am about? I am the champ.
They're both featured on Migos' new song, Motorsport. Right now, they're the 2 most powerful women in hip-hop. Cardi B's song, Bodak Yellow, is a #1 hit, while Nicki is gearing up for her new album. Back to you guys.
Wow.
I kind of like it. I got to be honest.
I felt it.
I like the beat. I like the track. I think it's really, really hot. I'm just interested to see it. I'm not trying to put any shade on it. If Cardi B already did this in this short a period of time, where is this chick going to be in a year or 2 when it comes to hip-hop?
Nice. You know what other track I like? Our staff tracking the stories that are trending and you're sharing. Work what your mama gave you. So if you're this dog, that means use your natural curly hair to dress up as a mop for Halloween. It's one of the best pet costumes we've seen. We'll be right back.
That's good.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Welcome back to Daily Blast Live. Let's take a look back at some funny moments from today's show.
He looks so much like Lawson that you love him, so it gets a Jeff emoji, which gives you the full 5 emojis.
Yeah! That's right, brother. That's right. We're all best friends. All right, let's take a look at one more moment here.
You guys know I love my chicken fried and my cold beer on a Friday night. Friday! Come on up, yeah!
Tori was supposed to come in a little earlier, but she was watching herself.
I was watching myself. You guys.
Thank you.
Friday. You guys, on 3 to the DBL Nation.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. DBL Nation.
What's up, Jacoby?
Let's take this time and dedicate this our fans that really Jacoby Rose.
Jacoby Rose,
Tammy Gibson,
Katrina Wright.
Katrina Wright, yes.
Guys, keep the comments coming in. We want to hear from you. Guys, have a good and safe Halloween weekend.
Mary.
The stories never stop. We don't either.
Breastfeeding
We
mama.
are live on YouTube and Facebook. Keep the conversation going. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday.